So here's a really good drill for that pose, which is to get a block. So one of the things is, I mean, you know what? Get any kind of air is really good. Like, we're like, hey, woo. You know, that's a good day. And, you know, like if you teach, I have a teacher or a teaching style like my own or a practice inner teacher like me, then you're like, well, that's good, but this is better, you know, and you start to hear only the things that the teacher's always dishing out to make it more refined. Other teachers don't ever give you that, and they're just like, it's great no matter what, you know, so it's sort of extremes. So I want to make sure we know any air is good, you know, really happy. And over time, once you're comfortable with any kind of air and you have the confidence, or if you have students, your students have the confidence that they're kind of balancing and they can support their weight, that's a big day. And as that happens over time, more days in a row, what we're looking for more and more is that the hips stay low, lower and lower, and that so we tend to be kind of doing this kind of balance, and we want the shins up parallel to the floor. It's serious in the wrist and the hips lower, rather than what tends to happen for most of us is the hips get higher and higher and the weight pitches more and more forward. So this little launch pad can help a lot to keep the hips low because you get down deep and you come up, just launch into it. And then once you've got your weight here, squeeze your knees, move your navel in, and it's all of your plank work. Okay, try it from your launch pad, see if it gives you anything. Main thing is hips low.
You gave a great pointer last time you were here on this, and I don't even know why it makes a difference, but I guess my feet were kind of like this.
Yeah. Inner feet is huge, right? Yeah, so Alex is reminding me of like the other big thing is that what tends to happen is our big toes are doing the work or our ankles are sickling. But when we really work the inside edges of the feet together, what you get is the strength of the inner thighs by that. Outer shins will tone with that and your inner thighs will tone. And so you get, we might just say loosely, the inner thigh strength and the outer shin strength is all the power of the midline, that vertical axis of the body. So this will be the tendency. It'll be awesome. Yeah. I know. This one also has like claw marks and I know. I go to some studios and you see bite marks on it. Yeah. You're like, this is what it's come to, my yoga practice. So you get down low, you crawl in as deep as you can. Yeah, and then you just, it's again, you think it's a bird, it's a bird. That's awesome, Cal. It's a bird taking flight, and keep your hips low as you squeeze into it. That's better. Hey, way better. Yeah, then inner ankles, inner heels, inner big toe. That's better. Yeah. Perfect. That's good, though. It's a new orientation to balance, so if it's new, it's new. And so then so you have big toes, inner heels. And like some of y'all heard me tell that story, like I got that correction from John Schumacher, he's a Iyengar teacher of mine, and I'll do it for the camera. It's like I'm doing my pose and I think I'm rocking it, and I am. I got my arms straight, I know my shins are up high, and I'm doing really good. And he's saying, bring the inner edges of your feet together, bring the inner edges of your feet together. You know, he's making this point, says it several times, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, would that person get it together? You know, like in my mind. And then he's like, Christina Sell, bring the inner edges of your feet together. I was like, oh, me. It's like, note to self, if the teacher says it again and again, it might be you, you know? So, all right, so try it one more time. With the inner edges of your feet together, make a clear distinction.